Shalom and welcome to Simcha of Sukkot. This year is entitled "The Affliction of Yom Kippur Leads Naturally into the Simcha of Sukkot." Might sound counterintuitive. Yom Kippur is a day of affliction. It's not a simple day. It should be a day of serious introspection and a lot to review. And that should lead into the Simcha, the happiness of Sukkot. I think so. And there may be a beautiful line that we say in Hallel every day of Sukkot, which really may typify this idea. We say, Odcha ki anitani, batili lishua. Odcha, I thank you, ki anitani, you answered me in my times of trouble, you have my salvation, batili lishua. There's another way of reading according to the Alshich. Odcha, I thank you, ki initani. On Yom Kippur, the word of Yom Kippur is ve'initem et nafshotechem. You should be in a state of affliction. I understand to me not only the 5 physical afflictions that we stay away from eating and drinking, washing, things like that, but if the affliction in terms of working through our issues and challenges. And if we've wronged someone, a spouse, a child, whoever, maybe we have to work through that. That's just a form of affliction as well. So it's a tough day. So that's inoi. According to the Alshik, Od Hakiani Initani, I thank you, Hashem, for afflicting me. What does it mean, I thank you for afflicting me? Not I thank you for answering me, but Initani, afflicting me. What does it mean? Because Hashem, I know that when I went through my struggles and I go through my challenges, that's where the growth is. I go ahead, I think I'm doing a good job at work, and the boss is tough on me. That puts me through such struggles. I want to lash out at him. I want to speak around the cooler during the break about him. And I have to work it through. I go through. The person has issues with his child. His child's having a tough time and rebelling against him. So I have to work it through. So I take it as a personal insult to me. I can't walk around town with him when he's walking around with his shorts and the flip-flops different than the way I would dress. Is it a personal insult to my ego? Is it I'm really concerned about his spiritual growth? What is it? Going through these kind of conflicts, that's where the growth is. And Yom Inoi, the Yom of Yom Kippur, that's the ultimate day, which represents Inoi, challenge, conflict, and growth. So if that's what Yom Kippur represents, the day of conflict, challenge, and growth, it segues naturally into Sukkot, the day of Simcha. Because I think the real Simcha in this world is not when someone has a big house and many cars and beautiful food. One may have all those, and one may or may not have Simcha. Simcha is when a person is growing. And of course, we know what growing is. Growing is working the 613 mitzvot. That's where growth truly is found, through the mitzvot. But working the mitzvot, working, especially the mitzvot which are not just external actions, but mitzvahs that want us to work through and here. The mitzvah kamocha and tshuva, and those things which are internal, and working with your feelings. So a person working on growth through inoi, through affliction. So then the formula is a natural one. You have Yom Kippur as the day of inoi, affliction. It means the day that we work through our issues. And that, of course, shouldn't just be a 24-hour period. That should just start us off into the process. And once we're starting off the year in the framework of working through our challenges and growing, then that's what the Simcha is. Then we go out into the Sukkah, and it's the time of the harvest in biblical times, time that we have food. Now, we're not so dependent on that cycle, but still that was a time of harvest. We have our food, we have our basics, and we have a simple place to live. It doesn't have to be fancy. But when we have our basics, and we're in the growth orientation, in that mode, then that's the ultimate simcha. Shalom.